First cast, folks. New bait, brand new bait. Oh, dang, right there, you guys, a muskie. First cast. First cast. That was a little muskie, you guys. My first cast right here on the 8. He's back. He's back. He's back. It's a little guy, low 30s. That is sick. Little muskie. First cast, new bait. That was awesome. Maybe a 30, I don't know, 33, 34. Have to catch him to see, but he's not more than 35. There's no way. Got him. Oh, it's a big old pike. It's a big pike, you guys. It's not a muskie. It's a really big pike. Haha. There he is. Haha. That's what it was. Messing with me, bro. Gotta get my pliers and get this guy off. He is mad. Don't worry, bro. Oh, he's gonna jump. He's gonna jump. Yeah. I got you, bro. Don't worry. There you go, bro. There he goes. Sweet. That was a nice pike, you guys. That thing was probably at least 35. Might have been a little more, but I've caught bigger, so didn't want to waste time hurting that fish or myself, so let her go. That's what hit here. It hit here and it hit there. Now that I got it, it makes sense. Only a pike would be dumb enough to hit the same bait 3 times. Let's keep fishing, see if we can get another one. Or a muskie, I should say. All right, next one's gonna be a muskie. Let's go. Let's go, people. There it is, fish. Oh, dang, you guys, big muskie. Dang, you guys. Dang, that was a big one, you guys. Shoot. Shoot, you guys. That fish was, oh my gosh, you guys, that was 44, 45 down here. That's a big fish. Gosh, that sucks. Oh, you guys, I am sick about losing that fish. I am just sick. Nothing I can do, though. Gosh darn it. I'll be honest, you guys. My hook set was not the best. I got a hook set, but it was probably about 60 to 70% of what it should have been. And part of the reason is because the current's obviously flying, but where I casted, that's my first cast I threw in that spot this entire time. And where I casted, you guys, there is a hump. There's a big hump out here. And you can kind of tell where it is because the water is almost stops moving. Not entirely, but there's like a little eddy out there. And that's where this hump starts. And it's really shallow. It's like a little island, really. And I thought I might have bumped bottom working my glider, and so I lifted up just to get it off, and right when I lifted, I felt a head shake. But I hook set immediately, but I was already to the side. So I had wasted almost half of my hook set lifting the rod. And so when the fish came up and head shook, I saw it immediately and my whole bait was gone. I don't know how well you're gonna see it in the video, but my whole glider was inside that fish's mouth. All I could see was my leader going in, and I don't know how it shook it so easily, but it only gave it maybe 2 head shakes after I saw it. It gave one right away. I set the hook. It gave 1 or 2, and on that second one, you know, I don't know. I blew it though. I really think if I had gotten a better hook set, I probably would have caught that fish. I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I shouldn't say catching it's one thing. In this current, it would have been hard to land a fish of that size. That fish was a nice fish, probably in the 45-inch range. Might have been a tad more, but I at least would have had better chances if I wouldn't have blown the hook set. I mean, it's not a guarantee, but gosh, that's what I get, you know? I mean, there's really no excuse for it, you guys. You river fish enough, you always know you set the hook just to be safe. The problem is when you have I just have a really nice bait on, a custom one that my buddy made for me, and I hate to admit it, but you know, I don't like setting the hook every time out here on the river because I don't want to get snagged on some boulder and lose a really good bait. So, but that's what I get. That right there is the epitome of why you always set the hook. You just do. With a big fish, you got to drive those hooks home, and I didn't. So, gosh, that sucks. See, now every time I hit a rock or something, I'm setting the hook. Oh, that would have been my biggest fish on the year for sure. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. There's a fish, you guys. That's a musky as well. I don't know if it's as big, but that's a decent fish. That is a decent fish. Yep, it's not as big. It is definitely not as big, but it's not a bad fish. That is much smaller. That fish is much smaller, but a musky's a musky. A musky is a musky. Got her. Gosh, this one is so much smaller. So much smaller. Oh my gosh, that fish I just lost was a stinking mondo. This is probably about a 34. And that one I lost. Oh, my bait's off, sweet. That one I lost was big, you guys. Really nice fish, you guys. Chunky 34, 35. I just lost a giant that was like 45 inches, but better than nothing. Gonna keep at it and see if I can get another one. There she goes, back to the depths. Got him, got him. Bigger fish, bigger fish. Bigger fish. It's not working. Oh no! That fish was over 40, you guys. My dang drag wasn't working. It was stuck. Shoot! You guys, that's 2. Oh, I was messing around with my drag. Stupid drag was not working. It was way too tight. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am just making all kinds of rookie mistakes. Oh my gosh, I should have 3 fish. At least 2. That one I should have had. That one I should have had. Oh, that fish crushed it, dude. I can't believe I blew that. Cannot believe I blew that. They're eating. Gosh, I should have had that one. That was a low 40s. That was a nice fish. 42 at least. Wasn't as big as the first one I lost, but it wasn't much smaller. I can't believe it, dude. What am I doing? I'm just sucking it up right now. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's a muskie, you guys. There's a muskie, a different one. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Gosh, I can't believe I'm 1 for 3 right now. And of course, the one I caught is the dink. Oh, I'm struggling, you guys. I'm sorry. It's been a bad year for me. And those 2 fish I lost would have made me feel a lot better so far about my year. It would have been that would have been my 2 biggest fish of the year. As sad as that is, I have struggled this year. I haven't had any fish of any size or quality. And a 42, 43, and a 45, maybe a little more. That would have been a game changer for my year. And here I am, still sucking. Hey, you know what? At least this year, I've been consistently sucking at musky fishing. Gosh, my worst year in a really long time. I just can't even, I don't know. I'm speechless to the point where I just don't even know what to think or say. I really don't. Gosh, the first one I lost, bad hook set, my fault. And the second one I should have caught, that one I should have caught for sure. I don't know what the heck was going on with my drag. But that fish was a little bigger, a little heavier. And I'm using my beefed up bass rod. And I need her to be able to take out line because I don't know that that fish would have broke my line necessarily. Honestly, at that point, I was more worried about the angle and my rod tip breaking because it's not a musky rod, it's a beefed up bass rod. So with that angle and that current, that's all I was thinking was that my rod tip was gonna break. And what's crazy is my drag was actually pretty loose. I had loosened it as soon as I set the hook on her, and she was hooked good. But for some reason, the drag was like stuck. It was literally, it wasn't doing anything, and it was almost like it was locked tight. And that, I could feel it. I could just feel the pressure from the fish, the fight, and the weight. And I was just getting really nervous that my rod tip was gonna break. And I stopped watching the fish. I stopped playing the fish. I was trying to figure out, I was panicking. And what I should have done, obviously, everything's vision's 20/20 in hindsight. But obviously, as soon as it happened, I realized once my drag wasn't working, I should have hopped these boulders and ran up the shoreline with her. And I should have just played her out, you know, letting the rod do the work. I just have never had my reel do that to me, and this is a newer reel. I still don't understand what the heck was wrong with my drag. I am a little mad about that, but the truth is, I still should have caught that fish. I should have caught her. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Good hook set. She was pinned good on a bucktail. Can't ask for much better than that. I wish every muskie I caught and every muskie that hit was on a bucktail because your hooking percentages are just so much better. And I got exactly what I wanted. Just couldn't seal the deal. Gosh. Hate musky fishing this year. I hate it. Well, I had 4 chances at 4 fish. And I got the smallest one because I suck. Gee, sorry guys. I know this is just me. I'm fuming. I just can't let it go. Oh my gosh. Yep, sorry guys. I'm just venting, blowing off steam, trying not to freak out, trying not to cry, trying not to throw my gear in the river, you know, typical musky day.
Redemption, you guys, redemption!